Hey my friends, welcome. This session was inspired by the Strong Bones Challenge Facebook group. If you are a member of that group, hello. You should go below the comments here and say hello to all of our Facebook friends. So in that group is an awesome member. Her name is Dominique. She lives in Australia and she shared a really great balance challenge with us. And I have taken that challenge, made it my own, kind of added some movements to turn it into a bit more of a yoga thing, and we're going to do it here. Also, I'm adding core strength and foot mobility to this easy and appropriate session for those of us with osteoporosis or osteopenia. Gather up what you need. Be near a wall if you think balance is a challenge for you, and a chair or bench of some sort, and your yoga mat. And we'll meet you back where we will begin, like we always do, by getting grounded. Hi my friends, let's get started. So we're going to begin with our feet in a comfortable distance apart, root down in 2 feet. See if you can take your mind to the soles of your feet, big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and heels. That's a tripod in each foot. You're going to need this when you're in a more challenging balancing place later, so let's work on it now. Appreciating this sense of stability and connection to earth. Please lift all your toes now, spread them, and keep pressing down on those tripods. You can bring the weight a little bit back into your heels. Tune into breath. Take a breath and imagine that breath coming up the soles of your feet, your knees, your hips, your spine, your neck to your crown. And as you exhale, you can plant the toes back down. Good. So weight now in your left leg. Let's lighten up on your right. Just take little baby experimental lifts up and down, up and down. You can bend and straighten this leg. Good. And now pause here with your bent leg. Lifted. Flex that foot that's lifted. Bring your arms out to the sides. If you need a wall, maybe it's nearby. Mine's not so close. Hold. And then make happy smiles with your foot. Circle around, other direction. And put your foot back down. Step it out. Now on the same side, that same foot, so you're going to keep standing on your left. See if you can take the top of your foot and step on it. So you're pressing into the top of your foot. Again, if you need a wall or something to hold on to, awesome. This is stretching the top of your foot, and it's very helpful for plantar fasciitis. Okay, it's not necessarily a pleasant feeling. And release. Good, step it out. Okay, root down in that now becomes your standing leg. Good. Experiment, lift and lower. Then see if you can find your balance with a bent knee. Pause here. Smiley faces with your foot. Complete circles with your ankle. One direction and then the other. Awesome. Hold. And release. Good. And now take that foot, step on the top of it. Press. Really press onto the top of your foot. Good, and release. Now take your feet as wide as your mat, and we'll do some hip circles. Go ahead and go to the edge of your feet, and then out to the other side, back and forward. And release. So here we're bringing some mobility into the knees, into our hips, and our feet, and our ankles, really important. Good. Awesome. And then let's do some squats here. So you'll bend down, prayer hands, and stand up. Prayer hands, squeeze your butt. Bend and lift. When you're standing, squeeze your butt. Sit down. Good, and pause in a goddess squat. Place your hands on your thighs, keep your spine straight, but then go ahead and stand up. Now side to side. Let your arms flow. Swing. Arms will flap against your side body. The back of your hands goes around your waist or to the area where your kidneys and adrenals are. So don't be afraid to smack them because you're giving your lower back and internal organs a bit of a massage. You want to be graceful yet purposeful. Option to turn it into a full twist by looking over the opposite direction as your arms are going. So you can look one way as the arms go the other way. You bend, you lift the heel up off the floor. Great. And release. 2 feet rooted. Once again, let's start with standing on the left leg, lighten up on the right. Rotate your hip out to the side. Baby tree pose. Lift your leg up a little higher if you like, and a little higher if you like. Vrikshasana, tree. Open in a cactus. Hands on your hips. Rotate your knee forward, 2 feet down, step it out. Other side, root down. Rotate the leg out to the side, baby tree. Heel is resting on the side of your shin. Stay here if this is what works for you today. Lift your leg up a little higher. This forces your hip to really do some work here. And then option to go ahead into full tree. Pressing your foot into your inner thigh, hands to heart. Grow your tree's branches. And hands on hips, knee forward, 2 feet down, step it out. Okay, so we've prepared our feet and our balancing brain for this next challenge. So here's what's going to happen. Be near a wall, just in case. You're going to have your feet be like on a tightrope. So let's say it's your right foot steps down and your left foot steps in front. And you'll find your balance here. So just as we did when we were standing in a traditional stance, we want to connect, finding the tripods of each foot and maybe even lifting the toes and bringing them back down again. If you need to hold on to something, that's okay. So it's about finding the stability in the muscles of your legs to hold you in this position. Ramp your head back, got to have that great posture. And now sweep both arms out and reach out to the sides. Take a breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Take another breath in, and then on your exhale, turn, and let's say we turn to your right. Look to the right side. While you're here, you're going to inhale, turn your palms up, and exhale, turn your palms down. Again, both rotate up, rotate down. Now take a breath in, and your exhale will take you forward again. Breath in, exhale turns to the left. Turn the palms up on the inhale and down, up and down. Take a breath in through your nose. Your exhale brings you forward. Next breath, both arms up. Now you can really stretch up and really reach up. And then as the arms come down, you can bend the front knee a little because now you're going to take a step. You're going to take a walk. Take the back leg, back foot comes in front of the front, and forward. And then go backwards. Try to walk your tightrope any number of steps. So I'm not going to tell you how many. Just go backwards and then go forwards. Take a walk on your tight rope. Backwards and forwards. Focus Breathe. Someday you may be asked to do this when you're like 95 years old, and you'll be doing it great because you're practicing it now. Okay, and you've done this several times, and then we'll let it go. So we'll step out. 2 feet can be hip width apart. Soften the knees, bring the arms up, and exhale, arms beside you. Other side. So now let's step your left foot down, bring your right foot in front, and find your balance here. Again, if you have a wall nearby, you're more than welcome if you need it, but find stability, balance with your feet on this tightrope. Hold here. Good, now bring both arms up and out to the sides. So we're going to go start the other direction. So take a breath in. As you exhale, you're turning to the left. Inhale, turn the palms up. Exhale, down. Again. Rotate the arms up and down. Take a breath and exhale forward. Another breath in. Exhale, opposite direction. Turn the palms up and down. So while you're doing this, you're energizing the leg muscles, right, to keep your balance, because that's the only way you're going to stand up. Good. Now take a breath in. Look forward. Next breath, arms can come up. Stretch, 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 and then release the arms beside you. Now take your walk. Walk your tightrope. Go forward and then backwards. And forwards. So you're doing this in your own way, keeping your balance, keeping your focus. It's great for posture. You have to have amazing posture to do this. Good. And let's step that out. Good. With your feet hip width distance apart, sweep your arms up and exhale the arms down. Good. Step your left foot forward and your right foot at an angle. Bend your left knee forward. Start moving your foot in different directions and let the knee follow your foot. Good. Now pause. So we're going to sweep the arms out. Warrior two. Extend from your collarbones out through your fingertips. Good. Now as you straighten both arms, you'll straighten the front leg. Let the palms touch overhead. And then back to a warrior. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Drop your back arm to your back leg. Lean back. And then hip hinges come forward. Triangle pose. Don't need to go too far down. Option to extend top arm up. Good, then reach it up, release, soften your knee, and step out of that. Let's do the other side. Step your foot forward, back foot at an angle. So we're just taking the knee over the foot. Now move your foot, go another direction with your foot, and let your knee go that direction. Do it again. Different directions. In life, our knee will be asked to go in all kinds of directions. So just practice that now. Good, now we'll hold. Sweep the arms out. This is warrior two. As we straighten the knee, we'll straighten the arms and reach up. Inhale, exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink. One more time, up. Take your back hand behind you, lean back, and then hinge at your hips, find triangle pose. Extend the top arm up if your shoulder likes that. You can also keep your hand on your hip. Good, reach it up, arms out, and relax. Let's step out of that. Let's take ourselves over to a seat. Take a seat. You want to be able to sit in a comfortable position preferably with your feet on the ground with a nice straight back. Pull your shoulder blades together. Crown is lifted, chin is parallel to the floor. So this is a yoga pose. It's seated mountain. And we want to root down and lift up, just as if we were standing in Tadasana, and tune into breath. And now let's go back to some focus on our feet. Tap your feet. Lift your feet up. Pull your toes up towards your knees and tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Good. Let's hold both feet up and breathe. Pull. Your heels are down, but your feet are pulling up. And relax. And then let's come up on our toes. Lift your heels up off the floor. If you need a little stability by placing your hands on your seat, that's probably helpful. So I'm pulling my heels up and I'm pressing my toes down like I'm wearing high heels. And release. Good. And then let's pick up one leg. Pull your hip in a little bit. Circle your foot or write the word love. Good. And the other side. Lift up. Circle. L-O-V-E if you want. Cool. And lastly, let's do our toe exercises. So we're going to try to press the big toes down, both of them, while lifting all the little toes up at the same time. And then switch that. Little toes down, big toes up. Switch it again. So just alternate, pressing down the big toes, lifting the little, and then all the little toes down, big toe up. So you continue doing that. And for those of you that are finding that super challenging, you can train your feet to do that by holding the little toes down and pull your big toe up. And then you can switch it. So I encourage you to train your toes to do this without your help. It may take some work. Your feet have been possibly trapped in tight-fitting shoes your whole life, and now in order to really help with balance, we want our toes to independently be able to move. So go for it. Okay. And now, a little hip stretch while seated. We'll pick up one leg, do a figure 4. Take a moment here. Spine is straight. You can balance with your fingertips on the back of your seat and lift your foot up off the floor. Even release your hands here for a balancing seated hip stretch. And release. Release carefully because your knee is torqued. And then lift up and do the other side. Option to lift the foot up. Option to release your hands. Try not to round your back. Nice straight back. And release. Okay, and finally our core strengthening seated exercise, sit to stand. Ready? We'll do 10. You can either push yourself off your chair if you need to with your arms. The goal, however, is not to use your hands, but just to use your core strength. So let's do it. Inhale. As you stand up, squeeze your butt, and exhale down. When you come up, energize, and then sit back down. That was 2. Here's 3. You can always do this with weights if you'd like to. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Squeeze your butt, sit back down. Let's transition to our mats. Continue the theme of core strengthening and balance through upward facing boat. So begin with your feet on the floor and a straight back. Hold this and breathe. Breathe into your spine. Your next move, try with your hands behind you, which is a little bit of upper body resistance work, so it's a good thing for everyone. Press into your hands as you lift your chest. Feel your shoulder blades come together. And now try lifting your hips up off the floor a couple of inches. If this is inappropriate for your shoulders or your wrists, you don't have to do it. But it is a weight-bearing exercise. Great. And finally, Upward facing boat for core strength and balance. So it starts here. Try lifting your feet up off the floor, keeping your spine straight. Perhaps release your arms. Perhaps straighten your legs. Somewhere along the way, you're going to hold this. Any one of these positions is great for the hold. Breathe into your spine. And now cross at your ankles and sit yourself up. Finishing off sitting in a comfortable position. Arms out to the sides, shoulders relaxed. Bring both palms to face up. Reach them up. Hands come in front of you. Interlace your fingers. Press forward. Tuck your chin. Don't need to round here. Just press forward, tuck your chin, keeping your spine straight. Then both arms can come up. Separate them. Turn to your right. Place your left hand on your left knee, the right hand behind you. I'm still looking forward, right? Take a breath. Just turn your chest and your nose to the right, keeping your spine straight. Easy twist. Take the arm that's behind you, reach it up, cross it over, cross your wrists, open up like a bird, and then open like a cactus. Good, and release. Arms out to the sides, turn the palms up, reach up, turn, other direction, lift and lengthen, nose, chest, belly button to your left. Shoulders are relaxed. It's an easy twist. Back arm comes up, crosses in front, cross your wrists, lift them up, open like a cactus, and now we'll bring the prayer hands together and say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, please go ahead and subscribe. You gotta click the subscribe button and join me on my Facebook group, the Strong Bones Challenge, and we'll do these exercises, talk about them, and support each other in our bone strengthening efforts. Have an awesome day.